Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase, and forgive me if I get this wrong, we're going to be looking at a Japanese exclusive figure called Shooky. What we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a quick look at him in both of his modes. We'll have a look at him combined as part of Raiden. I'll show you the accessories that come with him, and I'll point out a few things that you need to be aware of if you're after purchasing one for yourself. And I'm lucky enough to have a box as well, so we can have a look at the packaging and the artwork on that. And what I'll try and do as well is give you guys a bit of a background information on it for those of you who've never seen or even heard of this figure before. So as I've said, his name is Shouki, and he came out in 1987 in Japan, and Japan only. Now in Japan they were running a cartoon known as the Headmasters, which was a continuation of the cartoons for them. Obviously Sunbow had stopped, and at this particular time they hadn't recognised Transformers the movie, so it was a cartoon in its own right. As I said, it was known as the Headmasters, and these are what's known as trainbots, and this is Shouki himself there. He has a alternate mode as well, which is a Type O Shinkansen bullet train, which is this. So the alternate modes, they're very bland. They are exactly what they are. They don't do much at all. They look exactly like what they're supposed to. This does look like a bullet train. You can already see on here something to be aware of, and that's the sun fade, unfortunately, with this being a white and blue train. You can also see that I've got some loose joints there, and you'll also notice that there's a panel missing under there. So these are quite hard to get hold of, to be honest. On both of mine, and I even think the one that's combined, there's supposed to be a chest panel here, and that's what should be folded under there. I know I haven't got it, so what I'm going to do is quickly show you a picture. There he is, the guy in the middle. See the chest panel that's supposed to be there? So that probably gives you an idea of how hard it is to get these guys sort of complete. So yeah, as I was saying, he came out in Japan, and he was quite a big part actually of the Headmasters cartoon. And as you can see, all 6 of them combine to form Raiden. So again, it was a Japanese exclusive. And he's such a great figure, and obviously I'm sure you'll forgive me for not wanting to transform these, but I'll go into as much detail as I can in showing you what they do and don't do. So here he is in robot mode. Of course they are very blocky because you've seen the alternate mode, it's just a long train. I'll quickly show you the weapon that comes with him, which is this nice small little blaster. So obviously this gets lost very easily. He comes with 3 little connector tracks there. There's 2 that have been pushed out of the sprue, and he also comes with this chest piece and this chest piece in the box to help combine to form Raiden. And okay, I've seen him as well. I've seen him in this particular pose, and I've also, I'm going to wince as I do this, seen him standing like this as well. So I suppose maybe that way he looks a bit less like a train, but to be honest, in all the books that you see, you tend to see him standing like that. So that's the reason why I display him that way. I'm going to attempt to show you now where he is as part of Raiden. So he's, funnily enough, he's right in the middle here. And I really like this figure anyway. It reminds me a bit of Devastator, because you've got 6 bots that make him, and they go into particular order. You can't, it's nothing like the Scramble City bots where you can mix them all around. But if I turn him very carefully to the side, you can see that there he is, right here, all the upper part of the torso. And what I will show you, I don't mind showing you this, is the front of the train actually detaches, like so. Oh, nice and careful. And then this bit folds out, and then you can attach this. There's a dowel there, can you see? There we go, there's a dowel there, which attaches on the back of him in robot mode. But the reason why I'm showing you this as well is because then you can fold this out as well. And then what you've got here is this dowel allows you to put this blue chest piece up there, and then the folded back head can attach on to this as well. So as I say, this piece is very important. Obviously, if you want to display him in train mode, to be fair, if you just want to display him in robot mode, you can get away with it not being there at all. And unfortunately, if you want to display him as Raiden, yes, you are going to need him. Let's have a quick look at the packaging then. And although there's 2 types of packaging here, only one is for Shooky. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because when he was first released in 1987, he had one of these boxes. And I was saying he was C125, whereas on here he's C354. The C stood for Cybertron, and these were the original releases in 1987 where they came out like that. And so the battle scene at the back, as I've already mentioned, was Headmasters, because that's the same as the cartoon that they're running at the same time. that's the reason why I've got that there. Now the version that I've got, it's still an official one. It's basically, it's the Zone version. So this one came out in 1990. So it's just like released a couple of years later. Still again, all official, all authentic Takara. And yeah, they just re-released them, but in different packaging. I suppose I can relate this a little bit to how in the UK that we had all of basically the Autobot cars re-released in gold packaging a few years later. So this is the Zone packaging, and that's because at the time they were showing Zone on the TV, and then the picture on the back you've got is, there's the trains as part of a train setup, and there is of course in more detail Raiden. So yeah, these are quite sought after figures. They were originally, I know I don't really talk too much about Diaclone and Microman and all that sort of stuff, but these were originally released before that. So these weren't Transformers. These molds were taken from another toy line and then turned into Transformers. The great thing about the Japanese boxes, I forgot to quickly show you, is they had later on, see the robot points on the inside, so you didn't have to damage or cut away at the flap. And I've already mentioned loads of times how much I prefer the polystyrene compared to everything else. So as I say, I hope this was informative to you. He is quite hard to get hold of. Again, he is a Japanese exclusive. There's also as well a gift set, which again unfortunately I'm not lucky enough to own, but never say never. As with most Japanese figures, they have a gift set, and there it is there, so you can get all 6 in one go. But funnily enough, there again is the original packaging there. Where is he? 125 at the top, so that's the original packaging. The Zone packaging I've already mentioned, is 3 years later. So there we go. There he is. That is Shouki. He is one of the trainbots. He appeared in the Japanese cartoon Headmasters, and I think they're really cool, to be fair. As I say, if you're getting something which is as mundane and rather as boring as that, and not only can it turn into that robot there, but then also combine into there, again, geniuses. The Japanese line of figures, absolute genius. Love it, think they're amazing. Let's have a quick look at the stickers and instructions, see if there's anything interesting in there. So there's the unused sticker sheet for the one that's there, and the instructions are huge because you've got how to combine all of him to Raiden as well. So there we go. Brilliant. Okay, so let's wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed looking at him. I hope it was informative for you guys who've never seen him before. Basically, if you've not seen him before and you don't really know anything about it, the Japanese continued Generation 1 for a good few years after Sunbow had stopped, as I say, in America and in the UK and all Europe. The Japanese continued their cartoon, and they had so many exclusive figures, so it might be having a Google of them yourself. Or of course I've got quite a few in here. If you check under playlists under Japanese exclusive figures, hopefully you'll find the ones that I've put up on there, and I'm going to do more and more in the future. So this is the first video of the new year. I've done this the night before, so happy new year to everybody. I want to thank you all again for your continued support, for your subscriptions. If you're not a subscriber yet, please hit that subscribe button for me. The channel's doing quite well now, it's growing quite well. Again, thank you to all for all that help and support, and of course especially this current climate, please do take care.